Tuesday, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens versus their rookie quarterback and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring.
The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. They'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He stays out, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Cornell McPhee in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he finds McDonald. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. First carry for James Conner. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Ebron caught left side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Gain of 16 yards. First down.
He'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had...
And now this offense gets ready to take over the football, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going top shelf for Smith, and this will be caught at the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards.
The no-fly zone certainly not existing on this drive. They've had no trouble moving the ball through the air. Back-to-back big-time completions. So now if you're a defense, what a just...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And now it's 2nd down. They'll throw again from their own end zone.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that...
It got his man complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the 1st half, but they wanted to continue.
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. A scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT in the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important, too, when they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road. Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They almost intercepted him. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. But it's third down now. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down.
At the 1-yard line.
To run with Connor, pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Okay, we need to...
Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. They'll set up a throw. Looking deep here for Ebron. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's going to take another shot here. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. We're in Baltimore. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Conner. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ravens 14.
They'll stay on the ground with Conner again. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Pass to Vance McDonald complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. It's a first down on a gain of 10. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, but it's going to be second down. Takes it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll buy some time right. He wants it all for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Well, the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on down. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Throw here out of the gun, and caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And his throw here's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They fights him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Calais Campbell drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. They're going to look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
They say fall in your neck. Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rain.
Start your week by installing your game plan. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys versus their rookie quarterback and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
36 yards. And
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They run with Connor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Ryan Switzer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week,
we drop you in now to first quarter action as the offense begins this drive. They start the drive with Connor. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Leighton Vander Esch on the tackle.
Here's Connor. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll drop the throw.
one thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
First down, Steelers.
That escapes the sack. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. He's going to let it go again. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Vance McDonald, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other. So this offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble recovery. On 1st and 10 is Connor. Brushing off defenders. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
is tailback Samuels.
The second down pass.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. It's their quarterback doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He's got a man, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they... After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. And they work this out past the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, it's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen to fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and score. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, defense are going to have to start doing something different because this guy's absolutely...
So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. Going top shelf for Smith, and that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Vance McDonald in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
And there's a situation where it's a tight end. Once he gets that end zone in his sight.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Again, he'll drop the throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 31-14, the final. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Kyler Murray throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. The Chargers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They start with a give to counter. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
It's third down and 9 yards.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith. How will this offense respond? Their defense just gave up the touchdown. Now it's their opportunity. 1st and 10. They got his man complete. And he takes us down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 60 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he fends him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. He's going to launch it for Washington. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a toss. This is Connor. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the...
Pushing and fighting his way in. run for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner with touchdown number 12 on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on.
We got a little bit of everything on that one.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. A beautiful fake. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. That one caught by the rookie Chase Claypool. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Chase Claypool, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D. Start your week by installing your game plan.
today. From Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. Their rookie quarterback and the Pittsburgh Steelers versus Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards.
That's good.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game. It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And this throw complete to Washington. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The end result, 21 yards. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
And that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. He's going to launch it for Washington. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Smith-Schuster.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. These two teams all tied after 1. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. He's going to float this over the middle deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So on 4th down, a big-time completion, and the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there,
so now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And it's 2nd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold. My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now, the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw will turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, but it'll be 2nd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and... That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a P8. With a little over 2 minutes to play in the 2nd quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. He's going to launch it for Washington. An incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. To throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this will be caught at the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first. Now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out. They'll start the drive with Samuels. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
Well, Brandon, I don't think they're making any secret of what they want to do right now. They want to control the clock, keep the ball away from the other team. You just wonder, did they start to shut it down a little bit too early?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ebron's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to... So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Dancing to his left. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me...
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Being chased out left. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
This one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 36 yards.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
They'll look to throw again. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion. This time we are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. The drive will start with Connor. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
And the Steelers' 1st down.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when I met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
Through 1 tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. 1st quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Johnson, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Steelers. Late stages of the game here in the 4th quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6, and it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. For 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love that you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team is obviously...
Defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? First down run for Connor. Not going to get much. Maybe a yard. 2nd down. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is hungry. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special team. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. They'll run on 1st down. Connor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former 1st-round pick, William Jackson. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Less than a yard.
Shotgun. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
Play action. They'll throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field. Start your week by installing your game plan.